McCrispy strips are now at McDonald's. Tender, juicy, and its own sauce. Would you look at that? Well, you can't see it, but trust me, it looks delicious. New McCrispy strips, now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This is Paige DeSorbo from Giggly Squad. Opill is a game changer for sexual reproductive health. They're the first over-the-counter daily birth control pill available in the U.S. Finally, the days of needing a prescription to get birth control are over. Opill is FDA approved, no prescription needed, full prescription strength, estrogen-free, and available online and at most major retailers. So when there's no prescription, no appointment, there's no hassle. No more waiting at the doctor's office to get a prescription. Opill will be easily accessed over the counter, in store, or online, and will be ready for when you need it. Opill is available online and at most major retailers. Use code GIGGLY for 25% off your first month of Opill at opill.com.
Ever wonder what your lashes are destined for? The cards have spoken. Maybelline New York Mascara does it all. Whether you crave fully fan lashes with Lash Sensational, big, bold volume from the Colossal, a dramatic lift with Falsies Lash Lift, or natural-looking volume from Great Lash, your perfect lash future awaits. Manifest your best mascara today. Shop Maybelline New York and discover your lash destiny. Shop now at Walmart.
All right, we back at it, man. Tuesday, cruise day. How y'all boys feeling?
Gucci like some flip flops, man. Inside,
feeling good.
Russell Wilson
Chilling.
house.
You love Russell Wilson house, man. He back home. He just got kicked out of the playoffs, so I'll be finding a new pad. Tell you what, man. TikTok got us for a doozy, ain't it? You know, got 3 hot ones on the docket today. Got the TikTok ban. What y'all boys' thoughts on it? So, who you thinking?
Just throw it at me like that. I just, it's a lot going on with it. I'm not sure how many days is left until it's banned. There's just been rumors about who's going to purchase it and whatnot, but not sure how it all plays out. It's been a lot of smoke as well. A lot of people have been transitioning to over other apps. There's some app out of China that a lot of people are gravitating to, but one of the things, a lot of people built platforms on there, so it's going to be interesting to see a lot of people that's their main spot and that's their main following. I just want to see how creators transition to maybe go into more to maybe Instagram or other apps to get their creativity off, but I don't have a whole lot of thoughts about it. Just kind of observing a lot of things that's going on with it, whether it's politics and just seeing who may purchase it. I thought the name Elon Musk coming up, but they kind of shut those rumors down with him purchasing it. It's going to be interesting to see who purchases it and how they move forward with it. It's just also, this is just historic. I don't think there's any other app that's been shut down by the government. So this is just another historic thing. I know the government is on Zuckerberg, and also, now that Elon's working for the government a little bit with Trump and having a social media app, like how does that all unfold in the future? But just observing a lot of it.
Yeah, I've been noticing too, man. Before I get my thoughts on it, Nova, what you think about the whole TikTok ban and whatnot? How everything's gonna play out?
I don't think it's gonna go. I don't think they're gonna ban it. Trump already alluded to he wanted to keep it around or whatever. So I just think that they know that, and they're just gonna wait. It might go down for a day, and then come back right back up when the new presidency come in. A new administration comes into place. It's one of those things where it's beneficial for a lot of people. A lot of people make money on TikTok, and it's easy to make money on TikTok. Honestly, probably one of the more better apps for content creators out there, because the engagement, you don't have to do much to engage with people. There's so many people on it, and so many people engage with you on it. It's not like Facebook and Instagram and X where you got to pay to play on those type platforms.
Yeah, I agree. It's when I first saw it, that was one of the first things I kind of lobbed out in a couple comments on different platforms. That I think it's just a layup for when Trump get in, because he already said that that platform was a big form or a big platform that he used for the election, and also like a lot of like creators make their whole livelihood is based off of TikTok. The only thing I don't like about it, as far as being able to like monetize, is you have to have a certain amount of followers before you can even get to play the game.
But that's easy to do on there. That's easy to do on that platform. On platforms like Instagram and Facebook, people will never see you, man. And there's some people that put out good content and they don't have a lot of followers, anything like that. So it's just I just feel like TikTok, if you're active on TikTok and you're constantly engaging with TikTok's algorithm, it comes. It comes.
What do y'all think about like
I
know
think
Go ahead.
I think all these apps are racist. Like, just to keep it a being. Yeah, no, just straight up. Like, if you don't think the algorithms is racist, then you're just delusional. It's a reason why a lot of black creators start even doing like the trendy dances and stuff like that. Like, they pick and choose who's gonna climb the algorithms. I think Spotify has certain things as well, and that's what Drake's kind of suing Spotify for, is being prejudiced and throwing people into the algorithm more than others, right? Even though he benefited from it in the past, but no, TikTok is definitely throwing, and they pick and choose who's gonna blow up. You can, of course, blow up, I think, a little bit or create a platform a little bit more on TikTok than you can on Facebook or Instagram these days. But by no means is it just liberal and fair play for all.
Nah, they definitely got a huge hand on who they push forward towards algorithm. Because some days, like we'll post stuff on TikTok, and like if you're not posting regularly on TikTok, then you like post out of the blue, then boom, they shoot your stuff up to the algorithm. And then it was some days I would post, like when we was posting like back to back to back, I saw that the numbers were like kind of getting lower and lower and was suppressed in a certain sense. And it made me wonder, like, damn, like if you're not paying their advertiser, or you not paying their games, where like you like a part of whatever marketing team, because you
gotta
got
become
people.
sheep.
Yeah.
You gotta become sheep a little bit. You gotta jump into like what's trendy, right? You can't just create your own little wave. Like, to really like gain, it's putting everybody into one. You gotta jump into whatever algorithm is trending, so they controlling it. It ain't just
of course
like
they control it. It's
yeah,
their
then-
platform. You already know they control it.
But what do
I
y'all
think
think?
that's the fight. That's the fight for banning it, though. It's like how they control it.
Yeah.
Like, because it could be manipulative in a lot of other ways, like to push agendas and whatnot. So I think that's one of the things around one of the fights. Even when Trump was like trying to get rid of it himself, and he started saying how like foreign countries was using it, right, to like manipulate the politics of it. So yeah, it's tricky. When I say racist, I ain't talking about racist even just to black people. Like, it's just, it got favoritisms and people that's pushing the buttons. They can literally make a star overnight, like TikTok can. That's a lot of power.
That's the same thing with the whole Castanet thing with Twitch too, right? Or is that just a different type of algorithm?
You ain't cracking no algorithm over there. You ain't, unless you wanted to on Twitch. You ain't cracking no algorithm over there. It's just it's a dead vine to even try.
Did y'all notice like, I know they mentioned the one platform, what it's called, is it Redfin? I forget the name of the platform that they mentioned that a lot of people was kind of the new app that they got in China that people was going to, because you're able to monetize quicker with
Red One or something like that.
Red One. I haven't heard of that one. I heard of Lemon 8, and I was wondering, like, every time I would go on the TikTok, everybody who I was friends with or who are like active in TikTok was sending messages, "Hey, follow me on Lemon 8," and I was like, "Yo, what?" Like,
Lemon 8.
it kind of reminded me of the shit with Twitter when Twitter came out with the blue whatever thing. The people who leaving Twitter to go to the new platform. But then when you go over there, you're like, it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You talking about Blue Sky?
Yeah,
You
Blue
went to Blue
Sky.
Sky for like 2 days. Like that ended quick. Bro, I ain't got no more bandwidth for a new app, dog. Like, I just don't. I ain't even open. I don't even have a TikTok because I just don't have the bandwidth, bro. So in the Blue Sky joint, everybody was like, "I'm going to make a Blue Sky." Like, y'all got it, bro. I'll see y'all when y'all get back over here. Can't maintain 8 apps, man. Like, I'm already drained.
It is.
Hey, we appreciate real quick. We appreciate everybody that's hanging out with us. Engage with us, man. We hanging out. There's a phone number at the bottom if you want to call in, ask us some questions, bring a take, a topic, whatever it may be, man. We hanging out. It's 805-366-3367, man. Join the live shows, the Culture Uncut Podcast. We appreciate all the YouTube listeners, Facebook, everybody that's hanging out with us. We're doing this every single night. We'll be doing this, man. Daily Cups. And we'll do our regular long form show as well, but we want to stop in whatever current topics is popping on, social media, world news, whatever it may be. We want to give the people something every day to stay on top of the algorithms, since we're talking about algorithms and whatnot, man. So engage with us. Jay Stubbins, what it do, my boy? Good evening.
What up,
So,
Jay?
Jay? Red Note is the name of it. And you brought up something that we didn't talk about yesterday because we was talking about Drake yesterday. And that is one thing that kind of like I wish we talked about, because is what his like one of the driving forces of the whole beef thing is, that he kind of felt like the algorithm and the powers that be pushed him out of the game. What's your take on his whole lawsuit? You think is legit?
He's just to me, he's just suing people for something that he benefited from in the past. So yeah, we all know, like, that's the game. Of course, these apps, they're in partnerships with certain people and they push them. When you open your app, like, how do they choose who album goes in the front? When you open Spotify,
Payola.
Apple Music, payola. And if they got a deal with you, and that's a part of your deal, is to be on the forefront of the app when you open it. And if they got a deal, they're going to push you towards the higher, in the algorithms and suggest you next on the next song or playlist, all that stuff. There's a lot of playlist beef that be going on with these artists and these apps as well. But yeah, I think he's trying to sue the company for something he's benefited from in the past as well. Like, he may win it. I doubt it. He's trying to sue big tech. I doubt he wins, but I think he benefited from the same thing. Thing when he got into a beef with Meat Mills, they pushed his stuff over Meat Mills. Of course they did.
Yeah.
It's all payola. It's a new form of payola. But we the consumers allow this to get that big, though. We allow it. Things are only big as what we make it.
Yeah, you think though?
Not really. I think music's a little bit different. I don't think the consumers. Now we could decide not to just listen to music, but I think the artist has put the consumers in a position where the only way they can consume the music is through apps. And fans are consumers are gonna consume. What other options do we have outside of the apps to go listen to their music? The artists settled for these streaming apps. They stopped selling records. They stopped selling CDs. They stopped selling physical copies that we can go buy out of a store. Now we got to go to the apps. We got to play the app games because the artists fell for the streaming game. But it ain't on the consumers. Like, we're going to consume this entertainment. Same thing with movies. None of us own movies and CDs no more.
I still got mine, but
I still talk to my DVD man, the CD man.
Go ahead.
You lying.
I still got mine, dog.
Hey, boy, anybody still selling CDs and DVDs, I'm calling the feds on you, boy. I know you.
I can't trust you.
I still got them. We was talking. Me and Brody had a conversation about this yesterday, boy. Still got my album.
Yeah, we got drug test, y'all. Next show, we drug testing you next show, bro. You still buying DVDs and bootleg CDs?
I bet you can't show me a DVD or a CD in the last 5 years.
He can't.
I bet I can.
Show me.
Show me.
I got a CD.
That boy, his name is DJ No. I bet he ain't even got a record in the crib.
Boy, I got records. I got
Not
vinyls,
one.
you heard me? I got it all.
iPod.
That's a good one. Was you a playlist like DJ?
Hell no. I put needle on vinyl, DJ. Needle
Okay.
on vinyl.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. We got to see some of your old work. I don't know.
I'll show you. I'll send you some videos.
But with him, you think that he have some like evidence, or you think the powers that be know that he has some stuff against him that they don't want to kind of out themselves for pushing him to the limelight or pushing him on the chart, up the charts? Like, you think there's any way that they'll be like, all right, let's just settle so we can just shut him up?
Absolutely not. They'll probably kill him before they do that.
Damn.
They'll probably die of a drug overdose or something like that. They good at cleaning. They got a lot of money, man. It's never the people who we know that run things. It's the people that we never see that actually run things. And it's some dark people that run these things.
No, they all light.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't dark. They definitely
Nah. Well, Silk on this Black Panther stuff.
Yeah, I should have won Malcolm X shirt tonight.
But I got some more for you, man. I'm not even going that deep, but we're talking about, like, here's the thing, right? So Drake is into the game a little bit deeper, and he got in bed with these guys. Pause, no weirdness, but he got into bed with these guys a little differently because of his Jewish background. And that was some of the spite, you know, even when you got the Rick Rosses and the other people that was beefing with him throughout that Kendrick beef, was a lot because supposedly they found out he was in bed with the labels a little bit differently than they were. And that comes from he has a Jewish background a little bit. So I think him being in bed with, because that's who you're suing. You're suing the people that run things. You know, like, you go on at judges that all the judges, the record labels, the powers that be, bro, everybody at the top is who you're going against. I just think he's fighting a battle that he's not gonna win. I don't think they gotta offer him anything crazy like that. He's just gonna lose.
Yeah, I don't think have we ever seen any Jew on Jew crime? I know we've seen some black on black crime, but that might be a first.
This brother Silk.
I ain't trying to get canceled on here.
This brother Silk.
I ain't trying to get the Coach Uncut podcast. Hey, Jasmine, what's up? I see you. Yo, I'm back. We hanging out.
The meta-contract of the violation of the fair skin.
I'm just here to provide, you know, the Dr. Umar takes, man. You know, what's my boy? What's my guy name that left the show, man?
Gio, my dog Gio.
My dog Gio left the show, man. So I gotta bring these Dr. Umar takes.
I be talking to him, man.
He done found his milk of magnesium.
I doubt it. That boy put chocolate milk in his cereal.
no lactose. Vegan chocolate milk.
Yeah, vegan chocolate milk. That boy ain't using nothing white, boy. That boy sheets is black.
Oh, he got them silk black sheets.
Do you guys think? I know it might be time to wrap it up soon, but with this topic, but do you guys think that there's any big social media platform that can just, like, something happen and it just shut down?
What you mean? Just shut down and go away? I mean,
like the people resist. Like the people, like, you know what? We out.
It's once the trend fades away. Once the trend, like Vine, like MySpace, what's some other social things that faded? Facebook almost faded away once Instagram came.
Hell no, Facebook is king.
That's the king right there, boy. You see Zuckerberg on Rogan, boy?
No, Facebook was fading away until they brought Instagram.
No.
And then they had to put the reels on Facebook. Man, I'm telling you, bro. And then TikTok came in, and YouTube was about to fade away, and they came up with the reels.
Bro, ain't none of these apps going anywhere, bro. Like, not one of them. Like, you got your big 4 or 5, dog, that's just here forever. Like, these people are addicted to it. I'm gonna tell you something. They can start charging, right? And I think that's gonna come in the future. They can start charging a subscription.
Hey, man, don't put that on here.
I bet you pay.
I'm out.
I bet you pay. It sounds good.
You gonna pay.
I don't even pay for
I think.
Wow.
Here's my take on it. Like, I just think, like, they've made it so normal where people are addicted to their phones, man. You know, and they're scrolling this stuff all day, and you know, the world shut down, right? You couldn't even go outside and people lost their mind. I think if you shut these apps off, you tell people to pay $2 a month to have a page, I think people are gonna pay it. Same thing with the internet browser. If you made people have to pay for the internet browser like it's a regular cable bill, like it's a
I ain't paying it.
phone bill, anything else, people will pay it because it's power right there. Like it's worth a fee. I would pay for an internet browser because where else am I gonna get that? I'm gonna go to the library. Like, how else am I gonna get that information right at the palm of my hand?
I just better write me a letter.
Cap.
I'm dead ass serious. I'm not finna.
Boy, I done heard all
promise
cap.
you.
Boy,
I promise you.
golly,
I don't need it that bad, bro. I don't need it that bad. I don't need it that bad, my G.
You said that was the 75-day challenge.
And y'all know how I am. Y'all know I am.
That boy be shaking.
I see it as like as a necessity in 2025. Being able to get to world news, knowing what's going on, being informed, being able to find things. I mean, I'm just. Do you
use your GPS?
Real, like,
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Yeah, you use your GPS.
I know how to read maps, boy. I know how to read maps, boy.
Ain't nobody pulling out maps, bro.
Shit. They still sell maps at Love's gas station. Pull that thing out. E10. Right there. Yeah.
I'll be real. I'll go ahead and pay the $2. But I do think there is some power if the people can have that type of and that's the problem right there. They know that we don't have the willpower to not pay for it. They know that they have us they know that they got us addicted to these apps. And they know that we'll pay for it.
I will not pay for it. I'm telling you, bro. I stand on. It's some principles and lines I won't cross that I don't value. How you gonna make me pay for something that's free, bro?
What's free?
The internet is free, bro. You don't even need an internet provider to connect to the internet.
You pay for Wi-Fi.
You don't need internet to pay. Somebody else pay for Wi-Fi. I don't even know who I'm on. I got that little dolphin clicker, and I connected to somebody's Wi-Fi.
No, real talk though, man. I think like all of it's just necessary. It ain't even. I don't think it's out of the realm of like paying for something like social media is different, but I'm talking about the World Wide Web, the internet, to be able to get on that. And I think that I forget what they call it, but that was on the ballots, or they was trying to put it on the ballots at one point in time with like making that something you have to pay for. And if they did, I would pay for it because the internet is powerful. You know, like I said, being able to get the weather, you know, world news, local news. There's no newspaper coming anymore, like to your doorstep. Like those days are gone. Like to be able to get information, I think cable TV is weak. The internet is the only place to get unadulterated. The closest you're gonna get to unadulterated just information. Things that come through the media is all propaganda. So I can't turn on my TV and really get what I'm gonna get. Fox News, CNN. You know, like being able to get to Twitter and some of these social media pages and get into like some of even the YouTube. Like if they came up with pay for that, like basic fees that you gotta pay, I don't think they would do it. But if they did, I would pay because I think some of the freelance creators, independent media is the best media. That's where you get in the real unadulterated, just real stuff. And you can't get it on cable TV or anywhere else. You only can get it on the internet. So the internet's super valuable. As far as social media, that's more of an entertainment side of the internet than not like I think a utility. But I think people are so addicted to it. People socialize on these apps more than they do in real life. Like people have more friends. They make more friends on these apps than they do in real life in 2025. So I think I don't think any of these apps going anywhere. Even how bad they're getting, there's still people on Facebook faithfully all day, every day, hanging out on a regular basis. They wake up in the morning. The average person, soon they wake up, they go to these apps. First thing first. Yeah,
that's why I'd be bringing like 17,000 people to your bedroom early in the morning. But no, I agree that like, and the reason why I think you would pay for access to the internet, and like he was saying, like it's the information age, and you do have kids. Like, and these kids, like they a vessel for like learning. They want to learn. And I'm not.
You know how I learn?
Yeah, this is a new tell you. It's
Stone
2025.
tablets.
Yeah, come on, bro. It's 2025, bro.
Encyclopedia Britannica, bro. That's how I learned all this stuff, bro. I just had this conversation the other day, boy. We ain't had no TV, no cable. I ain't grow up with all that. Whatever was on, once it hit in the afternoon, the stories were on, I grabbed an Encyclopedia Britannica and got to reading, bro. Got to reading. That's why I'm interested in a lot of stuff that a lot of people are not interested in. That's why I know a lot of random facts, because them Encyclopedia Britannicas when I was growing up, bro.
But you ain't got enough encyclopedias to hold on the internet, boy. Your whole damn house be full of them damn books, boy, trying to have all the information that the internet got.
Boy, he ain't got not one edition of the motherfucker right now.
I got some Encyclopedia Britannicas. Yeah. I still be on it.
Your daddy stopped paying for them shit a long time ago. He's like, man, y'all go and get this shit out of the house. Boy, that nigga ain't reading this shit.
Guinness World Record, Book of World Records, I had that. Read that front to back.
And then you wake up every morning and get in that Tesla, man, and you know, and ride into work. That's why I know that you're gonna need some internet. But speaking of food, man, I mean, this is some good food that we're giving out. Yeah, y'all saw the new joint about the FDA. You know,
what they're gonna do? Make some new labels? Oh, that's farce anyway. FDA. That's a bootleg company anyway, bro. What have they done? What have they done to actually say?
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Paige DeSorbo, the co-host of Giggly Squad. I have exciting news. McDonald's has all new McCrispy strips. It's chicken made for dipping. Tender, juicy white meat chicken with a golden brown, peppery breading. It's chicken so good it deserves its own sauce. The creamy chili McCrispy strip dip, a sauce that's creamy, savory, and sweet with a little heat. But it works with any of our sauces. I'm personally a barbecue sauce girl. Even sometimes I like ketchup. I'm just like basic sometimes. But I also need it in addition to any new sauces I'm trying. With a new creamy chili McCrispy strip dip, it's chicken made for dipping, only at McDonald's.
Save people's lives.
Huh?
The Food and Drug Administration.
I think this is I think what they're proposing is, I think, a good change. I think the FDA is also depends, because that was one of the biggest things. They got your boy Kennedy. Is supposed to be one of the guys that's going to be working, around FDA and some of the things that they're proposing. But putting the food nutritional facts on the front of the package, I think is good. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things that they want to highlight it.
Niggas don't care what's in Oreos. They still gonna eat Oreos.
Everybody don't eat Oreos, fam.
I'm just saying, man. People.
So you think it don't matter? Like, people already know what's in, and people already know what's bad for them, and they just gonna eat what's bad for them. Is what you're saying? What are you going with this?
Because they don't even understand half the chemicals that's in the food. You know what I'm saying? They'll fancy up the name or give it another name. They'll be like corn syrup. When it's high fructose corn syrup, that's the worst thing that's ever for you, and they just put like corn syrup or added sugar.
Yeah. I mean, it got to start somewhere, right? There's other cultures that's already doing it, other countries that's doing it. So
other countries don't even put the chemicals that we got in our food.
I know.
In their food. So
and we put it on the back.
And then they gonna put it on the front. You still ain't gonna read it. The motherfucker's still gonna be like, man, I don't care. Give me the Fritos. That ain't got corn in them.
I'm surprised you saying this after all this advocating you just did about encyclopedias.
No, what I'm saying is people, they put these chemicals in food. They don't even try to hide it anymore. And you put it on the front, people still gonna eat what they gonna eat, bro. We had this conversation the other day. You was talking about people legs falling off and they still eating pork.
Those dealing more with the diet and not like the ingredients itself. Because
It's
a
the
pork
same.
is a meat, right? Like you put the ingredients into the pork, but we were saying that the
Red
pork
dye.
itself is not as good for the human diet. Is what?
Red dye ain't good for you, but they put it in all the food, and people still eat everything with red dye in it. That's all I'm saying. It's just they just putting lipstick on a pig, and it's still a pig, bro. It's still a pig. What I care more about is taking the chemicals out. Don't just tell me, oh, I'm gonna put the chemicals on the front of the bag, and the bag still got the same chemicals in it. You did nothing. You just put lipstick on a pig.
It ain't about the chemicals. Like I stopped eating certain things just because of information, right? Like I like certain things, but as you evolve, as you grow, you start to learn things. And now, once I learn, if I hear a podcast or I hear on social media scrolling TikTok or Instagram about this certain chemical that may be bad while I'm just scrolling, I got some information. Now, when I go to the store, my mind may not be on that certain chemical because the label's on the back. But now that it's on the front and I've seen this TikTok video that just informed me that, hey, this is bad for you. Now it's just information that I can make a better decision with my diet, you know what I'm saying, and what I'm putting in my body because it's right there on the front. Like I may just forget to check the back of the label because I'm used to buying Oreos, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's just my jam. But I was an Oreo eater, right? I used to
Damn,
like
you don't eat Oreos no more. You done gave up on the Oreo.
Man, I
God,
seen somebody on Instagram take a torch to an Oreo and burn it for a very long time and nothing happened to it. So I was just like, yo, I'm not eating Oreos no more.
Was it a gluten-free Oreo?
I don't really know, man. But yeah, I pretty much like eat off of that, right? You know what I'm saying? I got that information. Well, I already eat fairly well. Like I don't eat. I eat plant based. Oreos is one of the things that's no dairy in it. So those one of the last cookies from like my childhood that I could still eat. You know, can't eat chips
Eating
or
them
more. Most
oatmeal
of the
raisin
cookies.
now though.
So I'm like, they vegan. Yeah. So, but once I saw that on Instagram, even though I eat well, I saw somebody take a torch to an Oreo and nothing happened to it for a very long time. Now it's on my mind that, bro, I can't eat that. And I just learned that on social media, right? So I think we can learn something from anywhere, but putting that label on the front now, even though you may forget that, hey, you know, I need to be more health conscious. You get in the grocery store, you just start grabbing what you like. But when you go to grab it, it's highlighted the saturated fat in the certain things that are bad for you, cholesterol. They're highlighting it with a label that's on the front of the packaging. I think that's a change. You know, we're not gonna change. America's very fat. We ain't gonna change this fat country overnight. But I like that. I like any change.
Yeah, I'm ready to
Killing us.
Yeah, I mean, consumer awareness is what like I'm not opposed to it, and like you said, like a lot of times this stuff is on the back, and then it's on the back, and then it's in like very like small fine print on the stuff that's like really harmful for you. So if they put,
Bioengineered. Like when I see that now, I'd be like, what do you mean bioengineered?
now you put it on the front of the box, put some skull and bones with it. Then you're like,
Man, boy, they tell you cigarettes cancers, them boys still be out there with them.
Cigarette smokers are down though. It ain't booming like it used to be.
They had to raise the prices.
It ain't
Affordable. It ain't
affordable. Buying cowboy killers and Newports.
Them boys got to spend like $200 on a pack of cigarettes on the carton. Shit, them boys be flying over to Malaysia and stuff where cigarettes like a $2 a carton. It's a little island out there in the middle of Malaysia that sells cigarettes for like probably the cheapest you ever see in your life.
So since we bring up cigarettes, remember when they started doing the ads and they had my dog came out, you don't always die from tobacco, and they was putting out like different random people with body parts and stuff missing. You don't think that when people saw that though, like and they were like, damn, this dude like he got an oxygen tank, you know, or this dude missing like different like organs. You don't think people looked at that and it like triggered something in their brain? Like, all right, I need to figure it out.
It was like this. Shit,
I think it was a start to something, bro.
That's when they switched to Newports. They was probably like, that's them Camels. I'm gonna go to Newport.
It could have been a start to something though. Is what we're saying. Like this could be a start to like, you know, figuring out our obesity problem in America. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see. Let's look at the numbers. Let's revisit this once they started a year from now. Motherfuckers don't care, man. People still gonna go over there and go buy what they want to buy. Boys don't even put condoms on.
Golly, well,
They go straight to the plan B.
you said you was the one who was promoting condoms when we
I
first
know.
started.
I do. I promote them. Safe sex. Always.
So they do put the condoms on. So your advertising is working, is what you were saying. See, it starts somewhere. What say you, Brother Silk, man? You know, Biden just came out with the new he done shot a 3 from he done pulled a Steph Curry. He trying to shoot a couple shots on his way out, you know what I'm saying? Change up his little image. He done put a little band out with the cigarette boys.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I ain't. Nah, we gotta have the topics on point. I ain't know we were gonna talk about this, so I ain't really read up on it, man. I don't really have a whole lot of information about like what's the ban with cigarettes and you know what that entails. But that is something he's trying to do on the way out. There's certain people that I think it's a lot of people. That's just some conspiracies about nicotine and what nicotine do to the brain. Some people think that nicotine is somewhat good for you. In certain aspects, man, it just depends on who you talk to. But cigarettes are very unhealthy. You know, it's a lot of chemicals in it. If people could just get to the tobacco, I don't think tobacco is the best thing for your lungs, but it's not really what's killing people. It's more the chemicals and everything else they put in cigarettes that make it addictive. So it just all goes back to a little bit of I'm with the government's got to keep the people from killing themselves. Like you got to put guardrails around like this thing, or the people kill themselves. They eat whatever, they get fat, they die. They smoke whatever, they get fat, they die. They have they sex with prostitutes, and they gamble all their money away. Like all this degenerate stuff. Like you got to put guardrails around it, or society just eats itself alive. So it's just trying to find that balance of when the government's going too far and when it's too much control over what we consume and what we buy and what we can put in our bodies. But I'm with it, man. You got to keep it, man. Rules are in place. Governments are in place to keep society a society so they don't die away. Degeneracy kills every great society.
Speaking of degeneracy, man, I was watching. I know you guys are pop the balloon consumers. At least I think y'all are. Like most of the when they had the pop the balloon dates, one of the top thing that people say, like when they run out of stuff to say that, like what are your, what's one flaw that you don't want? The number one thing always be cigarettes. I don't want nobody dealing with smoking cigarettes. What would be y'all one red flag?
What? Oh, you talking about when you're going on a dating show? Me showing up to the dating show would be a red flag.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So you just a walking red flag. So if you showing up, that's just a bigger red flag.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have any red flags when dating in general. I'm not talking about like right now, but just like in general, like
weave and broke chicks.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Nice.
Can't do it. Can't. I don't talk brokey.
All right. Well, that's pretty.
I don't talk to a dependent person upon me financially. You got to have your own bag before we even communicate.
That's hard to kind of determine, though.
Shoot, I'm asking questions. You get to the point. I ain't even got to be direct with them. You can ask. You can figure them out real fast. You can figure out real fast. You ask some questions. You can figure out what type of person you're dealing with, man.
Give me 3 questions you asked to figure out that.
What do you enjoy most? You know what I'm saying? How do you get to that excitement? What do you enjoy doing, and how do you come about funding that enjoyment?
Okay. That's I don't know how to figure out whether you broke or not, but I can.
It'll tell you a lot because they're gonna tell you what they enjoy doing, right? And if it's something outlandish and how they fund it don't correlate with the outlandish part, or their lifestyle isn't correlating, it'll tell you all you need to know, buddy.
Bro, do you watch the pop the balloon joints? I'm sorry, I kind of. I'm talking to
Sometimes
Corey. I'm
I
talking
only
to
watch
Corey.
the clips. Oh, you
No,
talking?
yeah, I don't really.
Oh man, yeah, I'm a big fan. Only of the one. It's only of the original one I watch. The other ones are just like too toxic for me. But the one young lady who got hers, I think she kind of got it figured out. But I can see like how I don't know like no brokies. That's a while back. You kind of went down. I don't know, like bro, like back in your dating days, did you have any like red thing, like something that's like, nah, I can't, like I don't want to pursue that.
Me and my dating, red flag.
Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Ever wonder what your lashes are destined for? The cards have spoken. Maybelline New York Mascara does it all. Whether you crave fully fan lashes with Lash Sensational, big, bold volume from the Colossal, a dramatic lift with Falsies Lash Lift, or natural-looking volume from Great Lash, your perfect lash future awaits. Manifest your best mascara today. Shop Maybelline New York and discover your lash destiny. Shop now at Walmart.
There's so many. Like you just try to be a judge of good character more than anything, bruh. You know, like I didn't really date, bruh. Like it's just I only dated a few. When you consider what really dating is, like really courting and going out on dates, bruh. So like I was a player. Like it wasn't gonna be no dating, you know what I'm saying? Like I dated only a few women really in my life, like as far as dating, because I was just picky in that world with who I'm gonna actually, you know, spend my time with, who I'm gonna give my thoughts to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just picky in that world. It's gonna be a little bit of like the hair, like how you wear your hair, you know, how revealing are you, you know what I'm saying? I like more conservative women, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want everybody to be seeing what I'm dealing with. So I may, you know, hang out with a chick and have a good time with a certain type of woman, but actually date and court, it was just two different worlds for me. You feel me? I kick it with a chick that I don't really care about the red flags. You know what I'm saying? Like I may be looking for red flags and be just kicking it. Oh shit, I like them red flags. Shit.
Yeah, like I ain't never had that though. Well, I tried it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it just depends.
No, I hear you. Like I guess it's a tough like situation, especially like when you dating, because you really like I never dated like intentionally. Like I never like went and looking for something. You know what I'm saying? Like I think every time I ended up in a relationship, it just like naturally like happened. It wasn't like me like now, like, you know, they got all these apps out. They didn't have all these apps when we was, you know what I'm saying? We had to go out and get it. We had to write down phone numbers, remember phone numbers, you know, and really get it out the mud. Now they got it. I think it's kind of a layup in a lot of ways, and a lot of like fast, and like there's no serious thing when dealing with like relationships and dating. So I was just kind of curious, like if there was anything like when you were like in that realm, we like, no, I'm just not looking for that now, or that's a complete turn off. You know what I mean? But what brings me to, what made me think about that, we got this one topic, and You know, the young lady on Shade Room, we saw it, and she put out there, man, our sons are aware if they have babies out of wedlock. Yeah, go ahead and put that up for the audience, man.
Yeah, so I caught this on actual on X the other day. She deleted a post ever since it got a little hectic on social media. People don't really know how to engage and have open-minded thoughts about other people's views, man. So it got toxic. So she ended up deleting the initial tweet. I don't know why it's not coming up. I'm trying to share it here.
I said,
it's not letting me share it.
No, if you asking for the credits go out the gate, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I need to know what I'm dealing with, what I'm walking into. I don't want to sit down here and fall in love with no broke man.
Dang, that's wild, man. I mean, hey, I don't know. You can't put love. You can't. I don't know. I hear you though. At the same time, but that's a wild way to go out and just kind of like just seek out love when you put a dollar stamp on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there we go, man. This is it right here. This is what Miss Ma'am said. She said, our sons are aware that if they have babies out of wedlock, they'll lose their inheritance for them and will have to start from scratch. We were clear about this prior to having children. Most boys comfortable with doing this because they have zero standards, expectations, and inheritance in all caps. You have to incentivize good behavior / decisions. What say y'all, man?
To each his own. It don't bother me. That's the way she want to raise her kids and instill in them those type of values and what she feel they'll get out of them. I mean, more power to them. If that's effective, if they keep them from making irrational and stupid decisions, more power to her.
Bumblebee tuna. What say you, Silk?
I think, bro, I rock with it. I like her ideology behind it. Kind of like I was saying with the government, I think you got to set rules and she's talking about inheritance and whatnot, bro. I think it's it wouldn't be. I wouldn't mind adding something like that to even my own family, bro. Like it's just create. I think morals to keep wealth and to pass wealth from generation to generation. I think morals got to be intact for wealth to be passed from generation to generation. I think without morals and principles, you lose it. Whether it be child support or just tricking it off or just not, addictions, whatever it may be. I think if you're not morally sound, I think wealth will diminish and go away. So I think it's dope, bro. I think it keeps, decision making on point. She had some more tweets that she got off just about who her sons and her daughter may meet. You know what I'm saying? Like meeting the right people when it like just genealogy. Who you land in the bed with, what type of mental background they come from, what type of 2-parent households, how many generations had 2-parent households. Like that's how the wealthy marry. Like a lot of times they're aligned with who they should marry, in a lot of ways. And it ain't just because they trying to control the kid. Like kings and queens, like how do they set their children up? Like they tell them who to marry. They ain't gonna let a king and a queen is not gonna let their daughter or their son just marry anybody off of the streets, right? Same things in kingdoms when it pertains to that type of stuff. Like you just can't go have kids out of wedlock and be the next in line for the inheritance. I think it's a wealth mindset to be able to pass wealth from generation to generation. you got to have sound morals and beliefs. You can get rich, but most people that lose, like you look at Diddy.
Damn.
Diddy's losing his wealth because of lack of morals, lack of principles, lack of just structure, family dynamic. But had he had certain things, if he was like a family man, certain things would just be different. So say you're, Bill Gates and you got everything in order as far as like your money, and you pass it down to a son that's just go have kids everywhere. He have 18 kids out of wedlock and then child support and everything else, or 20 different divorces, and he lose everything that you've kind of given him through inheritance, and the next generation is just gone. So I just think like sound morals is the only way to pass wealth from generation to generation.
Yeah, like I'm not opposed to it. I agree with both what y'all said. You kind of set morals, but I'm also like, I think it depends too, right? Like, what if like she go get pregnant and then this is like somebody that she vetted, somebody that everything that you instilled in her, and then boom, just accidentally she's pregnant. I don't know, like where I'm at with just saying, all right, now you don't have an inheritance. I think from there, there's some, it's one of them things where like, I guess each home is different and how you want to kind of raise your kid. But I'm not mad at it was what I'm saying. Like, I'm not opposed to what, those are the guidelines that she got, and her family know, hey, these are the rules. So let's play by the rules. Yeah. So, and that's pretty much life. You know what I'm saying? However you navigate life, nigga, there's rules. So these are the rules that your kingdom has set for your family. So obey by the rules. You don't get accidentally pregnant.
I mean, you don't, bro. You gotta go do some immoral things, man. Like if you getting,
there's some mistake babies out there. It's some people that got molested.
And that's the problem.
There's some people.
I think that's outside of like, that's just an extreme like molestation. I don't think that's like in the realm of what she's talking about. But no, we're talking about unplanned babies. Like that's how you get to poverty. Like wealthy people plan even children, marriages, and like they plan things out. So it ain't wrong. Like I'm an unplanned child. Like neither one of my kids were planned. But I tell my daughter now not to have unplanned children. That's something I talk to her about. Like, you need to be married, not just married. You need certain things you need to have, in order financially, spiritually, a lot of different things you need to have in order. But be the first generation. My parents didn't plan me. Their parents didn't plan them. The next generation, the wedding, everything needs to be, the children, everything needs to be planned. There's no oops. If we still oopsing 6 generations down the line, like we making mistakes, like we're not going to ever gain no wealth and pass it along. Like, no, we got to start planning these children. We were mistake babies, but like the next generation can't be mistake babies, bro.
Yeah.
My son is not just my daughter, but she's just older. So I just said her, but my son the same way, bro. Like all this, nah, bro, you gotta be married and you gotta be stable, and then you plan your child.
That's fair.
I hear that.
That's fair.
Yeah, each, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, it takes a village, man. Everybody raised they homes different. I just can't see myself stripping my kids away from their inheritance because, what I'm saying, now that they added a life to this earth. Me personally, it's just like everybody is different, and I'm not mad at either way. Like that's how she chose to raise her, her village.
All
right, man. I mean, we 50 minutes in. I think we kind of hit all the notes, man. What do you guys think? Any final thoughts? Final takes?
I got nothing for you.
Damn, I gotta go play these video games.
Now I'm going to the gym, bro.
Oh, back on the 75 hard?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Day 1?
Day 14.
Okay. Salute to that, man. Bro, you got any final takes before we get up out of here?
Nah, only thing, man, just before we get out of here, we gotta make it a whole topic. But Kanye dropped a new line, $20 slippers. I think it's very dope, affordable. He had the line with Adidas, and one of his falling out was the pricing point with Adidas. I think is revolutionary. We've seen Shaq drop a really ugly shoe in the past, and some other dudes try to do affordable shoes. Kanye is a fashion icon. And for him, I think he dropped one night of sales and he did like $2.5 million on $20 slippers, man. So that's something he want to get into with affordable, like t-shirts, clothing. And also I think he's into like, homes and things of that affordable living. It's something else, like a platform he wants to like innovate in, and get like build business structures and providing affordable homes. But I think it's dope. It's not a whole lot of news on it right now. Like Kanye negative news always gets a lot of shine. So I just want to give that brother a little shine on the $20 slipper, man. Whenever it's public to everybody and it's just out there, I'm definitely getting me a pair. It's $20, man. I think it's dope. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. There you have it. I think my screen is off, so go ahead and cut the tape.
All right, man.
Got that flickable internet over there, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. It's Coach Uncut Podcast Daily CUP. Stacks, we see you, man. Thanks for pulling up, my boy. We'll tap in tomorrow, same time. Hang out with us.
This is Paige DeSorbo, the co-host of Giggly Squad. I have exciting news. McDonald's has all new McCrispy strips. It's chicken made for dipping. Tender, juicy white meat chicken with a golden brown, peppery breading. It's chicken so good it deserves its own sauce. The creamy chili McCrispy strip dip, a sauce that's creamy, savory, and sweet with a little heat. But it works with any of our sauces. I'm personally a barbecue sauce girl. Even sometimes I like ketchup. I'm just like basic sometimes. But I also need it in addition to any new sauces I'm trying. With a new creamy chili McCrispy strip dip, it's chicken made for dipping, only at McDonald's.
Ever wonder what your lashes are destined for? The cards have spoken. Maybelline New York Mascara does it all. Whether you crave fully fan lashes with Lash Sensational, big, bold volume from the Colossal, a dramatic lift with Falsies Lash Lift, or natural-looking volume from Great Lash, your perfect lash future awaits. Manifest your best mascara today. Shop Maybelline New York and discover your lash destiny. Shop now at Walmart.
This podcast is brought to you by Aura. Imagine waking up to find your bank account drained, bills for loans you never took out, a warrant for your arrest, all because someone stole your identity. Hackers aren't waiting. Why are you? That's why we're thrilled to partner with Aura. Your personal data is a goldmine for hackers, and Aura helps lock it down. Aura monitors the dark web, blocks data brokers from selling your information, includes a VPN for private browsing, and a password manager to secure your accounts before criminals break in. For a limited time, Aura is offering our listeners a 14-day free trial plus a dark web scan to check if your personal information has been leaked, all for free at aura.com/safety. That's aura.com/safety to sign up and start protecting yourself and your loved ones. That's AURA.com/safety. Terms apply. Check the site for details.